press the record button. I'll say, yo, what up? How's it going, man?
Pretty well. How are you?
I'm also quite well. So you hit me with the name of this list is Game Theory Be Damned. So what's the elevator pitch? What do we got going on here?
All right. So this is my final goodbye to the Yu-Gi-Oh mindset of 40 cards or nothing. So I wanted to try this. It's also my first departure from Nomu. So I wanted to try something different, and I started with Bakugo 1 Evil because he's just so much fun with Relentless Barrage. But I wanted to try Fire. And the basic idea of this was I just threw, because normally how I design decks is I just throw a bunch of cards in that I think are really cool, play it a bunch of times, and just cut the cards that I think are crap. But I played this at 100 cards with a partner, sparring partner, hit him with a 50 damage Blast Rush Turbo, and I was like, that was the biggest boost of serotonin I've ever gotten in my goddamn life. So I want to try to make this consistent.
So the goal is to keep this number high.
Not necessarily. I think, honestly, this deck would probably be more consistent at an 80 or maybe a high 70. But I don't know exactly where to go from here.
Okay. So that is the biggest issue that I have with the pitch is I don't know where to go from here. Like, what do you want out of this deck, Doctor? Do you want me to cut it for you? Do you want me to suggest new cards?
I feel like I'm playing every fire card within the game at the moment, so I don't know how many new cards you'll be able to get. But yeah, I guess the main idea would be to make it more consistent. I'm well aware that this deck is not going to be anywhere near meta, but I would like to make it more consistent. So I guess cutting cards and trying to make it flow a little better even within rogue format.
Sure. I dig that. What is up with Heroic Lineage? So one of?
I am having a very hard time with lows, so it's mostly that.
I can tell.
I had to fight for my lows.
Lots of mids. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's mostly what that there is for. It was working better when I was running Let's Fight Bad Guys, but it's not too much anymore.
Okay. All right, so what is the goal of this number? Do you just want to try and get it to 80 and then see how it works?
Sure, that would be great.
Okay. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut League Interview all the way down to a 1 of. We're not playing any 6 diffs that I've seen. And so this card is just +1 of the check. It's really cool with the 1 from Beatdown, but it's fine. Let me double check the new cards because I just don't know them well enough. Cycles damage, you gain 2 health, your rival burns 2. Okay. If this attack is blocked, discard the top cards of your deck. If it's blocked, then Blazing Fury. Its damage is 8 or greater, rival loses 2 health, and discards momentum. This card seems sick in Bakugo. Excuse me?
Yeah, I know. It's busted.
How do you feel about Ignited Arrow?
I like it. I think it's kind of annoying that it doesn't proc burst speed. But I think it's cool, but it's mostly there for the range to the Frigid Heat Wave and stuff like that.
Right. Which I saw, which is really cool tech. I like it a lot.
Yeah. I think Ignited Air is cool. It mostly just ends up being just hitting to the face. So I usually just try to pump it as high as I can because I know they're just going to take it face.
Right. It's like your extra copies of Mighty Punch. But I think Mighty Punch is just a better card than this.
Yeah, okay.
It's interesting. I think I got besides the fact that you've got to actually know low blocks, right? Let's just go to our block zones.
Yeah.
All of these mids and then mids. Look at all these mids.
Yeah.
Holy cannoli. Look at the mids. Wowzers. Actually, wowzers. I think Ligamini's just gone. We hate that card.
Okay.
Frosting. How you feel about the frosting?
I like the mill.
Okay.
I feel like it's just a kind of a worse version of ice gliding a lot of times.
I'm nervous about it because of double front beatdown being a 1.
Yeah.
If you see
Because it's
defrosting and
3.
you have to play it on turn 1, and one of your three out of your 80 cards soon to be is on top, it's gonna be rough.
Okay.
Reading. We're at 82 now. Got our mids down. I love it.
Damn. Okay. That
And
was
then
quick.
from there we need to cut something like a couple of these. Oh,
33C.
thank you.
I love it.
33C. Let's go back to our block zone and see what mids we get to cut from here. Natural Explosion Ignition is sick. How do you feel about double front beatdown? I know we just cut the 3 check, but
Yeah,
or the 3 diff. Excuse me.
I'm bouncing a little bit because of how I want to play the deck. I'm usually playing high attack counts, which
Right.
means that this procs less and less the more that I build it.
That is how I'm feeling. I actually think we might just get rid of it, man.
Yeah.
I
I'm down for that.
I think we toss it, and then that means we can go put back in like 2 more of the other card, 2 more defrosting, and probably feel fine.
Okay, so just cut
Let
it
me go
out.
find defrosting. Let me go find that for you. Hey, I got you.
Because I don't think I have any 2s that I'm aware of.
No, you are clean now. Clean checks, clean living. 81 cards. That's like my Shoto 1 deck.
Shoto's also mill, right? Or
Mhm.
no?
Says Committed Foundation. Your attack gets +1 damage for every 2 ranged attacks in your discard pile. I was playing 28 attacks.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah.
Look at the block zones again. Holy cow! You have 2 here and 2 here. All your blocks are on your attacks, which you're just gonna be playing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
man.
okay,
I think
go
that,
beyond.
like this. I mean, you've also got 4 Sugar Rush and 4 Go for the win, right? I think this deck is cool. And the most important part you have is to be leveraging your health total and realize what are you allowed to half block and what are you not. Always full block when you can, obviously. Beat the fuck out of back alley haymakers because of all the mids you have.
Yeah.
But I think in a deck like this, I'm not a fan of like aggressive temper and burst speed.
Okay.
But those are some of the most Johnny cards you can find, right? Of like they are so sick when you get the tactic to work of I signature right swinged, I discarded 2 burst speed, I drew into 2 more attack cards. Actually the sickest thing of all time, right? Same thing like Frigid Heat Wave or Mighty Punch, like some real sick things you can do with that. But man, I don't think it's very good.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't think it's very good.
I liked the idea of having the 1 check. I totally forgot what its name is now. It's gone from my memory. But the 1 check of like discarding it, proccing it, building it, and then popping it again with Bakugo to proc it again is cool. It has happened once in 10 games. Yeah.
That's not happening. Sorry about it.
Yeah. I like it a lot. I think the burst speed and aggressive temper is just like I get it. It's just more fun than anything. But I mean, proccing it with Bakugo's like enhance is pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, you've got that. You've also got Latent Skill that does it. You've got like Signature Right Swing does it.
All the discards.
This card.
I mean,
does
Ignited
not.
doesn't. But
This card does. This card does. This card can. Right? It says add the top card of your deck to your momentum. It says destroy a foundation to do the thing. If when you discard the momentum for the powerful, and it's one of these, it triggers.
oh, I didn't know that. Does it trigger off go for the win too if it's built face down?
Yeah. No, because it's form. It's a form.
Oh no, sorry. Like when it is built with the response, and then I pop it later with something else.
Yeah, for sure. Because
That's good to know.
after this card enters your discard pile. It's in your discard pile.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. Mighty Punch triggers it. Yeah, there's lots of stuff you can do. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I feel like Sugar Rush Power Up is like half the reason I wanted to play this deck, because that card's just so much fun.
This card is very, very cool. I'll put you back to 3. We technically did the goal. I don't have very much else I can really add to the deck, because like I've done my best to keep. I mean, the blocks are where they are. I'm only allowed to cut mid blocks, right? We can't have an 80 card deck not have a bare minimum 20. You are skirting in at the line. Look at our first hand.
God.
Yeah, this is a fine hand. Build. Next, they build 4. We review Blast Rush because that card sucks. Play Blazing. Check a 3 because obviously we commit these 2. Destroy one of these
burst
to go
speed.
for the win. Build our 2 back. Keep playing attacks. Yeah, destroy burst speed for Blazing to then burn them for 2, and then destroy latent skill. Build back. I've got 3 again. Keep playing attacks. Redraw.
Yeah.
Instead of the build 3. Oh, let's build 3, 3, 3, 4. Got the got the good ones. Dang, your ratios are perfect. Look at this.
I know. Yeah. What's wrong? I don't understand.
It's easy. It's simple. What a baby game.
Just draw good.
Yeah.
Do you think
can't read
coping with
this shit
number
at
one's even worth playing?
It's defensive draw, right? I
Okay.
think you play it and be like, how many times has this card been relevant on my turn? I think you should pretty much never use it on your turn, unless you're like really trying to go for that win, right?
Interesting. Yeah.
Because you already have things like calling for backup as well as agitation. If you wanted to play this card on offense, if you wanted to play this card on offense, you would just play more agitations, right? Because agitation just like says when they interact with me, bad stuff happens. It's like a different version of it, yeah. Like if they block, if they don't block, it's basically what the card says.
This can proc on your opponent's stuff too. I didn't realize that.
And attack is dealt damage this turn, right? So if they hit you commit, you draw a card.
That's good to know. Yeah, I guess I just saw it as like a worse calling for backup, because calling for backup can proc the aggressive 10% and burst speeds, and coping just doesn't do anything with it.
Yeah, these are just the same card, just like done at different times.
Yeah.
If blocked, if not blocked. Right? So like playing 2 and 2 I think is fine. To the point where if you wanted to cut this deck more, I know that's just crazy, you just put these both down to 1 of and you'll never miss them. Truthfully.
Okay.
You just won't miss them.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the better I've gotten, the less I've activated these.
Correct.
Yeah.
This card's crazy whenever you don't have 1,000 attacks in your hand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, this card's crazy when you don't draw an attack off of it. When you draw a foundation to keep building, so that the next turn, when I draw on 6 attacks, I drew an extra foundation. This card trades my bad attack into a foundation.
See what you're saying? Yeah.
Right. This card's
What are
one of the craziest cards in Nomu, because like they have to block Nomu's moves. It turns all of Nomu's moves into a cantrip, which is like good.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah, I'm fine with cutting them both to 1.
I'm into it. We might have too many attacks now because we've done that, but it's like it's getting a little closer to 50-50, and we don't want that.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I don't understand the problem.
If we were to cut cards, it would maybe be like one of each of these, or like try one Mighty Punch or Blazing Fury, and then see what it feels like. These both have like the same stats, both 5 diffs. One of them's a little faster, one of them hits a little harder. They both actually have the exact same stat lineup. Both 10 damage.
You think those are better than
10
Scorching
damage
Aura?
and stats. Say again?
You think those are better to cut than Scorching Aura?
This is a high block.
High block. Yeah, forgot. Yes.
Yep.
40 mid blocks. Yeah.
Correct. Because we are locked in here, so we have to have these highs and lows. Unless you just don't give a shit about blocking, right? And that could just be your prerogative. My name is Bakugo. Hello, and I will take every high attack to the face. Frog lashing, never heard of it.
Yeah. I mean, I did come off of no move from this, so like I think you're kind of getting where my problem is.
Yes. Yeah, you're not allowed to block with your face. As cool of a character as Nomu is to understand attacking, he's one of the worst characters to learn to block with, right?
Yeah, because you just super regen over and over again.
You just super regen over and over again, and anything you can't block, you're just like, your face saves you. It's like, oh man, that was full
Yeah.
damage, but it wasn't. Sorry, I have blocked that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see where like I'm getting hurt by that. I think you mentioned in one of your videos about how like every character like makes you forget or like is bad for teaching in a certain degree.
Right.
Like Bakugo just makes you like not learn about progressive difficulty at all.
Correct.
But
as well as he
which-
like you press the button on your enhance every single time, right?
Mhm.
The Bakugo I was playing this weekend, I think I maybe over the course of like the matches that I played, I maybe destroyed 10 foundations over the entire weekend. Total.
Wow.
In
Low.
like all of it. I just like there's no reason to destroy the foundations because I want them to pass checks.
My gosh. Were you
Yeah.
playing Death?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Dang. Yeah.
I was playing Merciless Rush loops. And so like
Yeah. God, I love that deck so
or
much.
not Merciless Rush, sorry, Relentless Barrage.
Relentless Bronze, yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah, if I was actually going to take Bakugo to an event, I would bring Death over Fire any day. But I feel like Fire is just like so high rolly that I just like every time that burst speed gets hit off of some mighty punch, it just feels so good.
I think that there's actually a 50 card Mighty Punch Bakugo 50 card list that's playing the Sugar Rush power up, playing the Go for the Win in order to keep your stuff down, like to keep your progressive down. Like this thing gets so big all the time. You can play Revels, you can play aggressive temper, burst speed. For encouragement, like do what you're doing right now. But like make it so tight, and it's probably just gonna happen next format whenever we've got like these ignited arrows and such.
What
Right?
are,
Like 4x Blast Rush Turbo. Like you don't get to play Howitzer Impact Cyclone.
Yeah.
It's just too high diff.
Yeah,
Blast
the
Rush and
5.
Mighty Punch are only 5, so we get to play. But the fact that it's a 4 diff is like nuts. Same thing with Blazing Fury. I think this card's actually kind of cracked in this Bakugo deck.
I'm sorry, still new to the game, so I want to have a quick question with Blazing Fury.
Yeah.
In Yu-Gi-Oh, for example, like you have to always be able to fulfill all the conditions to activate something. In this case, does your opponent have to have a momentum for them to lose 2 health?
Absolutely not. As
Okay,
long as you can
gotcha.
pay the cost of the card, of any card, you can do whatever you want. So the difference is this card says enhance flip, discard 2 cards, colon. Anything that happens before the colon, you can do. Or you have to do. Anything after, do what you can. Right?
Yeah. So, okay, anything that would be canceled out by like Taiyaki Fanatic or whatever.
Correct. Correct. I'm trying to think about what like another. Yeah, I guess this is just the best example, right? Of like. Yeah, but the thing is like it does. So like you could press the button on the enhance, and you can press the button on the enhance even if the damage isn't 8 or greater, right? You can play the enhance on the card.
Oh, it just fizzles.
It just kind of fizzles, right? It just does what it can, right? It says if the attack's damage is 8 or greater, your rebel is 2 health and discards momentum. Period. This effect can't reduce their below. But even if it doesn't, whatever. It's yeah. You know?
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just sorry, I'm trying to learn all this stuff.
You're good.
Quick aside, what are your thoughts on Go Beyond?
In this deck?
Yeah.
I think it's neat. I think you only get the momentum because of ignition. Or your opponent is not blocking your ignited arrow. Like everything else, they're probably just gonna block as best they can.
It might be
like,
the opponents that I'm playing, but like the thing that I've liked about Bakugo is it's either like you either just like keep blocking and you're getting progressive difficulty and I'm not, or you're giving me momentum. But that just might be who I'm playing against.
I mean, it might be who you're playing and how you're playing the deck, right? Like I might look at this list and like want to play it a different way than what you're playing, right? It's the pilot, not necessarily the deck that's wrong. But I think Go Beyond is really cool. I think going and picking up your Blast Rush Turbo whenever you want it is not fair.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Just better as a 1-of or something. But
What, go beyond?
yeah.
I think 2 is fine. I think 2 is a fine number.
Oh, okay.
We're playing an 80 card deck. I think so 1 in 40 chance of you drawing this or whatever, right? Like, not to mention you're also checking it. It also puts your attack count up to 32 cards as opposed to 30. Because this card does check a 3.
And it like doesn't have a block modifier.
Sure, it does not. But we were blocking with anything anyways.
It's true. We have enough mid blocks anyway. It doesn't matter.
Big Blue in the chat. Seems like this deck has too many attacks to foundations, doesn't it? Yes, but because of Bakugo's ability to keep slinging attacks after they block, it's okay to have a higher attack count because we just want to see all those attacks, right? Our goal is we want to land 2 attacks every turn. Land 2 attacks every turn, and then build 2 foundations. And if that means that our opponent has to block the first 2 first, and then we slam him with the second 2, and then build 1 foundation to hold 1 at the end, that's fine. But we have to play all these attacks because as a 6-hand size character, we have to draw them. But it's 48 non-attacks to 30 attacks. This is attack heavy for sure, right? Like, unless of course you're here. That hand sucks. That hand sucks. That hand sucks. That hand sucks. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that you build 3 passes every single day of the week, and you never be greedy about it. Yeah, I think the deck's cool though. I think it's an incredibly fun deck. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not a thing to expecting too many wins, but yes, it has been a lot of fun to play. Just I mean, like, for example, I was like playing against a recovery girl, and like she had 25 health, and I was down to 4, and just hitting them with a Blastoise Turbo, I just won. And I was like, this is great.
Yeah, love that. That's awesome. That's so awesome. All right, man. Well, let me know how it goes. I'm excited to see you play with these super cool new set 3 cards.
Yeah, no, it'll be a lot of fun. Thank you for your help, man.
You're very welcome. We will catch you next time, okay?
All right. Have a good one.